Hey, it's Steve Barcelo, just hanging out in my office in the museum. It is 2:48 in the morning. Obviously, I'm not sleeping well. You guys know we're supposed to get back on the road. I was planning on leaving. Today is Tuesday. I was going to leave either yesterday evening or sometime early this morning. But we've had a little setback. The Durango acted up. I was on my way down to pick up more supplies to bring up to the mountain and stuff. And I've already got a load up here. I mean, it's going to be hard to pack everything up I've got, but I was picking up looking for more antihistamines and some more specific things. On the way down, driving there, and I had a loud squeak like a belt, and I've had some issues in my AC compressor. I think it's locking up, because I figured so it was enough to stall the motor. So I pull over, kind of check things and started up, made a little noise, and then it was fine. But I turned around, came back. So it's sitting next door, my mechanic. He's not sure when he's going to get to it right away. He's busy. So I got the Expedition up and running, and I don't use the Expedition as often. It's a good backup. It's just noisy and stuff, and if I film in it tomorrow, you guys will see. But I cleaned that up today, so don't have enough of a mess in the museum between getting the Durango clean, so I pulling all the equipment I normally carry so I could pack it with stuff going up to the mountain. So now I've had to unpack another vehicle and still keep the Durango empty, get everything back out of there because I'm leaving it over to shop. I'm actually going to go over tomorrow and grab some other stuff I forgot to get off, like some of the tripod mounts for the dashboard and stuff of that sort. But anyway, so it put a little snag in my return. We're still going to go up there. Matter of fact, I had a lovely couple I ran into in Food Line when I was picking up 50 cans of soup they had on sale there. This Campbell's, it's pre-mixed soups, it's not condensed. And it was a buck a can, so I grabbed a bunch of that. Sorted flavors and things. So it's got a pull top on it too, so they don't have to worry about having a can opener. It's something, obviously it's soup, so you're supposed to warm it, but you can eat it if you have to, just right out of the can. Anyone who's done any camping knows how that goes. Looking through. So I was going to pick up some basic stuff, and then, of course, things just for myself here, like coffee and some other sort of things. Now, the devastation up in the mountains, things are going well as far as response. A lot of people are helping, a lot of the... I've talked about the rumors and stuff, and I'm happy to see people going up there and squashing what a lot of these YouTubers and TikTok people are just trying to get clicks, saying, oh, it's a conspiracy and this, that, people are up there doing them. It's amazing how great people can be when it comes down to something like this, putting their time and effort and stuff. Not even having family and knowing anyone, just going up there and doing the right thing. From idiots like me just driving stuff up and doing what they can and getting other people involved, to people who actually own helicopters and planes and flying in and doing what they can on their nickel. So it's impressive. And of course now the government, the military. They're doing their thing. The Red Cross is out there. I've been talking to these people, and they all have their ways of doing things. I mean, they have rules and regs they have to follow, like them or not. That's the way it is. They can't just walk around wheelbarrows of money and pass it out. They have to. You have to sign for it. They have to know where the money's going. Everything's accountable. It is our taxpayers' money. It's our money, and so down the road when you see increases on things that people are going to go, who were saying that nobody was doing anything, and go, well, where'd those hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars go? It's like, well, that's where it went. I mean, it's, the infrastructure is shot in a lot of these towns. The towns are gone. So anyway, so what we're getting here is we're talking at least 3 to 5 months in some of these communities before they get even close to being back to normal. So this is not something like next week or two we're going to be done. Now the project changes. Don't mind me, I'm just all itchy for some reason. The project changes, so now we'll probably be less already it's changed. Like now I'm not bringing water up there. It's skids. I mean, there's so much water up there, things like that. There's meals ready to eat. The food is getting better. Now it's more specific things. Like in my case, I've been doing a lot of medicine up there, over-the-counter stuff. Antihistamines, cold medicine. I should probably have brought some stuff in to show you, but it doesn't matter. And it's hard to get. I mean, antihistamines. I mean, regular people are using them. And I'm going into these stores and they're empty. When I see them, I buy cases. They probably think I'm making drugs or something. But things like that. I picked up a bunch of, now they need warm clothes because people have lost everything. So, jackets, flannel shirts, any kind of shirts at this point I would think help. Obviously warm socks. I got a bunch of wool hats, gloves. They need ways to cook. I had this lovely couple, like I said, I ran into the food line. They brought some clothes over. They brought a cook stove, and that's something they need. Like things, small little propane cookers or anything that be able to get heat out of and cook food and boil water and make soup, coffee, tea. Heat sources, little buddies, things of that sort. They're probably going to need firewood. And that's nothing I can help out with personally, but see people in that area, anyone who still has a structure that has like a wood burning stove. Although I think if we can get them chainsaws, there'd be some wood there, although it's going to be green wood. So we have to find them stuff that's been seasoned. A lot of these people have no homes. They're going to have no jobs for quite a while. They've lost their cars, their transportation. I mean, there's a whole next thing once you get back from the loss of your stuff and then the loss of people. They're still doing recoveries. There's still so many people missing. Like I said, a lot of the repairs there are just temporary. They're putting a Band-Aid on it. You're just, putting a drain pipe under a road. So if more rain comes, hopefully you don't get that kind of thing again for many, many years. But dropping some stone and putting blacktop on it. So there's roads, they put up signs like no tractor trailers. These things are just temporary at best. Obviously, water lines, sewer lines, communication, that's going to take a while. Electric, I'm hearing they're doing very well with that. There's they're enforced there. A lot of areas are starting to get power back in, but there's going to be areas up in the mountains that's going to take forever too. These things just aren't accessible. If you can't get the road open, you can't get the line trucks in. It's a mess. It's a mess, and and not until you get up there do you realize the true scope of how bad things are. And I don't sound like I'm just harping on this, but I'm from Long Island, New York. I was a journalist, and I covered a lot of stuff, and we flooded where we were. We'd be out for weeks sometimes with power outages, but we had a structure. You had a barbecue. You had a way to do stuff. Your freezer's out. You were trying to eat the food before it went bad, and stuff like that was about as it was rough, but not compared to what these folks are going through. And then they're missing everything. A lot of them. Now there's other areas that aren't really affected, and they're doing okay. But everyone's pitching in. A lot of little church groups, schools. It's impressive. You go up there. Now on my end, I'm an animal rescue. I got Christmas on the couch right across from me here, sleeping. It's one of the reasons I'm up at this wee hour because I just got done walking her. And there's a lot of animals out there, and they're going to be strays that are looking for food. A lot of them were killed. And then there's livestock. People up there have horses, goats, and they need stuff brought in. It's going to be a logistics nightmare, but I think we're capable of pulling it off. We'll just do everything we can. So like I said, now the big thing is moving forward. So I'm going to put together a list. I got some basic stuff here, and I'm reaching out to people. So obviously, think warmth. The temperatures drop. I think watching the weather, I think it's going to get a little warmer again, but then I think right after that we're going to see it really starting to have a lot of cold nights, even some snow up in the mountains. So they're going to need a way to keep warm. I'm bringing my camping gear I sell here. I don't have a heck of a lot, but I have I think 6 or 7 sleeping bags. I got about the same amount of tents and all kinds of stuff, cooking gear and just whatever I have, I'm just going to bring. Whatever I can squeeze in this trip, and I'm sure I'm going to have to do another one right after. Of course, there's cost on my end, gasoline, or obviously maintaining my vehicles just to do these trips up back and forth up into the mountains, and hotel. I got to travel the dog, so I have to get a dog-friendly hotel. You can't even get anything in the area because everything's just gone. And booked up. If it's either the area's desert, the hotels are just not functioning, or anything in that area, you've got the workers that need them, the people that are there 24/7. So for me to go up there, I'm trying not to take any of the resources by these people. I'm just trying to run things in and run things out. But once you get there, you spend so much time, and I'm getting older. I don't need to be driving wee hours at a night anymore, risking myself or my puppy. So I'll try to grab a hotel or motel, whatever the cheapest is. You try to get like a red roof because they're good about the dogs. So bare minimum. But yeah, so I don't know when I'm going to get back up there. I don't know if it's going to be this week. If I can't do it this week, it'll definitely be next, if I have to rent the vehicle. But so I'm just going to stockpile. I'm going to be more organized here. Run the museum. Work on some other stuff here. That's why I'm just running this silly little video, which is going longer than I thought. And just I'm going to reach out to people and figure out what we need in the way of pet food. I'm going to reach out to Rachel from PETA and see if I can work with them and get some stuff going there. Get if nothing else, at least let her give me a list of the things they think they need for certain areas, and then I can reach out to people out there, find out what areas we can bring this stuff to. So maybe I don't know if we can bring what I've seen, like primarily they're doing the pet rescues and things of that sort, that they're a separate spot. I mean, like I ran into a guy I think it was Linville, where I dropped off the stuff last time, and there was a gentleman there who was doing the pet rescue stuff, and nice guy. So I was thrilled to be to give him the food I had. I didn't have a ton. Had a lot of wet food cans that were dented and stuff. I was donated, so I gave him that, and I can't remember what else I had. Some other stuff there. I ordered a bunch of charger cables for phones, because people lost all this stuff. So I got those coming in. They take a little while. Propane tanks. I mean, it's just going to be everything. I'm going to put together a list and put it up there. It's different than you would think. Everyone just right away assumes it's going to be just boxes of cereal, cans of Dinty Moore stew, and they're going to need that stuff too, to a degree. But I'll find out more specific. Right now, with the cold weather coming in, we don't need them to have another life-changing event, because all of a sudden they don't have shelters, they don't have heat, things of that sort. But I'm just sitting here wee hours in the morning. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm drinking my coffee with a little vanilla flavoring in it, so it makes it bearable. Going through emails, and I'm going to put together some other little things here and do a little more research. I just want to put up a video, let you know what's going on, keep you up to date. I know I've been knocking out a fair amount of videos now, finally getting caught back up, and I'm just hanging out in my office here early in the morning. Listen, everyone be good to each other. Thanks for watching. Put it in the comments here if you guys think you can help, or if you think of something that we're not thinking of, thinking forward, we should be looking at. Like I just picked up a couple of cases of cold and flu medicine, just to have that, because that's going to be the next step. People are going to be getting sick, going to be in the elements, being wet and stuff, and that's going to disappear off the shelves. That's going to be hard to find. This is all over the counter crap, and it's very inexpensive. So it's just stuff you can get at the dollar stores and Walmart and stuff like that. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Just want to list this little video and just keep you guys going. Everyone have a good time, and just be thankful for what little bit we've got in life, and the fact that there's always someone out there in much worse shape than us. So, all right, everyone have a good one.